Hi, this is Jaya. In this video, we shall see the summary of Chapter 1, Birth and Parentage from M.K. Gandhi's The Story of My Experiments with Truth. Gandhi begins his autobiography by saying that he belonged to the Baniya caste, and originally these people were dealing with groceries. But for Gandhi, before him, for 3 generations, that is from his grandfather's time, they had been the prime ministers in many of these Kathiawad states. His grandfather, Uttamchand Gandhi, also known as Otta Gandhi, was a man of principles. That is, if he decides on certain rules and regulations, he will follow it very strictly. He will not change his rules for any profit or even for any inconvenience. And his work compelled him to leave Porbandar. In Porbandar, he was the Diwan, to go and join in the city of Junagadh. And in Junagadh, he will always salute the Nawab only with his left hand. When people noticed it and told him that this is not respect, because saluting someone in the left hand shows disrespect to that person, he told the explanation as this. He said, "My right hand is already pledged to Porbandar. Therefore, I will not salute anyone else with my right hand, and that is why I am saluting this Nawab with my left hand." Otta Gandhi married twice, that is, his first wife died, and then he married for the second time. And from his first wife, he had 4 sons, and from his second wife, he had 2 sons. And Gandhi says that when he was young, he had never felt that these children were born to different mothers. And out of the 6 brothers, the fifth one was known as Karamchand Gandhi, and he was Gandhi's father. And Karamchand Gandhi was also known as Kaba Gandhi. And the sixth one was Tulasidas Gandhi. First, Karamchand Gandhi was the Prime Minister in Porbandar, and after him, Tulasidas Gandhi was the Prime Minister in Porbandar. Kaba Gandhi, that is Karamchand Gandhi, was Gandhi's father. He was a member of this Rajasthani court. During Gandhi's time itself, this court was not there. But in the earlier days, it was a very, very important place, because in that place only all the disputes between the chiefs and their fellow clansmen will be settled. And here Karamchand Gandhi was for some time the Prime Minister in Rajkot, and then he had to go to Vankanir. And when he died, he was a pensioner of the Rajkot state. Kaba Gandhi married 4 times. That is, each time he lost his wife, he married another lady. And from his first and second marriages, he had 2 daughters. And his last wife was Putli-Bai, that is Gandhi's mother. She gave him a daughter and 3 sons, and Gandhi was the youngest of all. Gandhi says that his father was a lover of his clan. At the same time, he was also truthful, brave and generous. But one thing is, he was very, very short-tempered. And Gandhi feels maybe he is gave more importance even to carnal pleasures, and that is why he married 4 times. And when he married for the 4th time, he was above 40. But at the same time, he says that my father was incorruptible, and he had also earned a very good name of maintaining strict impartiality, whether it is in the family or even outside. And he was so loyal to his state that everyone knew that he was so very loyal. And an incident for that is, once an assistant political agent spoke very insultingly about the Rajkot Tahir Sahib. And this Rajkot Tahir Sahib was Karamchand Gandhi's chief. Seeing someone insulting his chief, Karamchand Gandhi stood against him. This made the agent very angry, and he asked Kaba Gandhi to apologize to him. But Kaba Gandhi refused to apologize. And because of this, the agent made him to stay in detention for a few hours. But seeing that Kaba Gandhi was very adamant and he will never ask for any apology, the agent ordered him to be released after a few hours. And he also says that maybe Kaba Gandhi had no ambition to accumulate riches, and that is why when he died, he had left very little property only for Gandhi and the others. And Kaba Gandhi also studied only till 5th standard in the Gujarati standard. but he rose to great heights only because of his experience, not because of his education. And he also knew very little about history and geography. But he had rich experience about this practical affairs, and that only helped him to solve most of the intricate questions and also helped him to manage hundreds of men. And also when you take religion, he had very little knowledge about religion, but thing is he will go and visit all the temples and listen to the religious discourses. But during the last days, he started reading Gita because one of his friend who was a learned Brahmin advised him to read Gita, and Kaba Gandhi used to repeat loud some verses every day at the time of worship. And when he talks about his mother, he says that his mother was like a saint. She was very religious and she will not eat her meals without doing her prayers. Every day she will do her prayers and then only she will have her meals. And she will go to Haveli, that is the Vaishnava temple, every day. That was one of her daily duties. And he says, as far as I can remember, she will never miss the Chadurmas. Chadurmas is a type of a fasting. And each time she takes up this Chadurmas, she will take on the hardest vows. And she will never give away from those vows. She will maintain it very strictly. And even if she is sick, she will not have any relaxation. He says once, even when she was ill, she observed Chandrayana vow. And she never allowed her illness to stop her from observing this Chandrayana. And she used to even fast continuously for 2-3 fasts. She used to do it regularly. And living on one meal was one of the Chadurmas habit for her. And in the next another Chadurmas, she ate only on the alternative days. And during one Chadurmas, she promised herself that she will not eat any food without seeing the sun. And on those days, the children all will be standing outside staring at the sky, so that if they see the sun, they can go and tell their mother and their mother can have their food. And since it was rainy season, it was very difficult for them to see the sun. And even if the sun comes, it will be there only for a few moments. And there are days when they see the sun, they'll run and they will inform her that the sun has come. And she will come out to see with her own eyes whether the sun has come. But by the time she could come and see the sun would have disappeared. But she will not mind it. She'll say, maybe God does not want me to eat today. And she'll go back and just continue with her duties. And he also says that her mother was very good in daily affairs and state affairs. And he says like she's having a strong common sense. And she'll know all the matters of the state. And in fact, the ladies of the court also will talk very highly about her intelligence. Since Gandhi was a child, he used to accompany her whenever she goes there. And he remembers the way she used to talk with Thakur Sahib's widowed mother. And to these parents only, Gandhi was born at Porbandar, which is also known as Sudampuri, on 2nd October 1869. And he says that he spent his childhood in Porbandar, and he also recollects what happened when he was put in school, because he had a lot of difficulty with multiplication tables. And he says, I cannot remember much about the other things except studying in a company of boys and calling the teachers all kinds of names. And he says that his memory, his intelligence was not that very good. And this is what he remembers about his childhood. If you have anything more to add on to what I've said, please write it in the comment box. Like the video, share it with your friends. And if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe. Thank you.